Okay, so I'm in my office every day between 5, 5:15. When I'm not having surgery or when I'm not recovering from surgery, which I have had a lot of over the last couple years. But 90% of the time, I'm in my office between 5 and 5:15. I have a to-do list, and I actually order them off Amazon. It's a to-do list. It's got the 20 most important things, and then it's got, your top 5, and then general things that may be able to get done the rest of the week. So that keeps me organized. That keeps me on a routine. I know what I'm doing every day. I love my phone. I love to be able to get on my phone and write stuff in the notes. But I love old-fashioned paper. Write it down and then cross it off when you're done. There's nothing better than that for me. It motivates me. The more I cross off, the more motivated I am, the more driven I am. So routine in your day is extremely important. Now, we all know we get called here and there, and we can get distracted, and people can stop us. Hey, you got a minute? You gotta learn how to answer those questions too. Hey, do you have a minute? Tell me how important it is. Well, it's not major. Okay, well then let's set up an appointment. Let's set up a time, and let's go over that, because basically, I'm not saying this, but basically I got a lot to do right now. And if I stop and talk to you, it turns into 10 or 15 minutes, or sometimes 20, 30 minutes. It's distracting, and it takes me off my routine. So I would rather schedule things. Now, there are some things of importance, and that gets priority. But if it's not, it gets scheduled. So I just want you to think about that as we talk about routines build millionaires. Hey, this is Greg McAfee, and welcome to the Greg McAfee Show. Now let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the Greg McAfee Show, where we discuss steps to successful entrepreneurship, how to take your business to the next level, whatever that level might be, and ultimately follow your dreams. Today, we're going to be discussing routines build millionaires. It's kind of the hidden power of daily structure. You've got to have structure in your life. You've got to have structure in your business. If you don't have structure in your business, nobody that works for you will have structure in your business, and it will be extremely chaotic. It won't be organized. Your team will know it. Your customers will know it. Your vendors will know it. And very few companies that are run that way last very long. Okay? So the entrepreneurs, the business owners with an organized daily routine tend to outperform the rest. In other words, they achieve more. In other words, they do more revenue. In other words, they do more net profit. And they are viewed as top dogs, strong companies in the industry, and they are known. They get known. You know, a lot of people say McAfee, it's a tight ship. It's profitable. He's structured. They know what they're doing. The whole team knows what they're doing, and it gets known. So here are a few strong reasons why these entrepreneurs do what they do. And number one is they waste zero time figuring out what to do next. Okay? Because first of all, they already know what to do next. And if they list out their routines and their things to do in a day, it's very obvious. But an organized routine removes guesswork. Again, I'm not guessing what I'm going to do next. I know exactly what I'm going to do next in my day. And typically, I said, I'm here 5:15, and I leave somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. And that's my day. And my day was quite a bit different the first 5 years. I mean, it was 12 to 18 hours a day, no matter what. Because remember, my job was to what? Survive. That's all I wanted to do. First 5 years, survive. And then I started learning how to thrive. Along with surviving, I learned how to thrive. So, an organized routine removes guesswork and decision fatigue. You don't have to start deciding what you're going to do next. You know, I list my to-do list in the most importance of the most importance and then down. And sometimes I'll do something that's not important just because it was really easy to cross off the list. Okay? But it allows us to move faster, stay more focused with purpose. That's the key. Number 2, we build discipline that outlasts motivation. Remember, motivation is fickle. You go to a motivational seminar, you get all pumped up, and it lasts a couple days, and then it's done. It's over. But discipline and being driven outlast motivation any day of the week. Because we don't rely on how we feel. Personally, I don't care how I feel. Of course I care how I feel. I love feeling good. I love feeling energized. When I make these podcasts, I'm in my zone, if you can't tell. Come and visit me, though. You'll find out I'm about the same way. But I'm in my zone making these podcasts because I feel I'm helping you. And if I help you, press that like button there. Let me know I'm helping you. Put something in the messages. Greg, thank you. You've improved my life. You've improved my business. That helps me. Thank you. So, building discipline and drive outlasts motivation. I don't care how I feel. My routine keeps me moving. And yours should too. Even when the fire's not there. In other words, even when things are going wrong. Even when things go bad. Even when people quit. Even when I didn't have enough money at one time to make payroll. Even when I didn't have enough money to pay my suppliers. I'm still disciplined. I'm still driven. I'm still making things happen. Now, guys, I've been doing this 35 years, so that wasn't last year. That was the first 3 to 4 or 5 years, okay? But that's life. That's normal. Again, unless you live in some hot climate, that's normal starting a heating and air conditioning business. It's definitely normal in Dayton, Ohio. This whole week, we've had 35 degrees. We've had 65 degrees. How do you do that? Most people couldn't. All right, number 3, they start their day with momentum, the big mo, not chaos. Oh, I love this. So many people, so many companies start out with chaos. The leader, the manager, the owner, whatever it is. I don't know how big your company is, but I can tell you I've coached a lot of companies between 3 people, an owner and 2 helpers, all the way to an owner and, well, I mean, I've coached large businesses, much larger than us, but I've coached a wide variety of size businesses. Let's just say an owner and 20 people. How's that? And they start off with chaos because there's no organization, there's no structure, there's no routine. And everybody comes in every day and they don't drive their trucks home, so they don't naturally go to the job. So you've got 20 people coming in and they're not all on time. They're hit and miss, and it's chaotic. And you don't even know who's here. You don't know what they're going to run. It takes a whole hour or 2 to figure out who's running what call. That is chaotic to me. I could not run a company that way. My structure, my routine, everybody knows their schedule 2 days before. Definitely 1 day before, because things can change. But we're on Service Titan. We've had different really good softwares. We've had S2000. We've had for years, 15, 20 years. We've had structure. And of course, the first 5 years we started off with a book. We had a book for sales, we had a book for install, we had a book for service, we had a book for air duct cleaning. And when we had 3 or 4 people in the office, it was nothing to hear who's got the book. and that's how we kept schedules. But at least it was structured and organized. Okay? We had a routine. It was a routine. We were used to it, and then we adapted, and then we moved on and got better. Every year we got better. Some companies never get better. They're still doing what they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, what the first generation did. Come on, guys, get with it. Move on. You got a lot of potential. You're sitting on it. Okay? So you got to start off the day with the big mo. A structured start sets the tone for productive days. Most people react to their day. Leaders that follow this routine, they run their day. That's the difference. We don't react to our day. We run the day. We don't let the day run us. All right. Number 4, we protect priorities. You see, routine reflects what matters most. If it's important to you, you will make it happen. I say this often. If you want something bad enough, you'll figure out how to afford it. If you want structure bad enough, it will reflect in your company. It will reflect in your life. If keeping trucks clean inside and out are important to you, your personal truck or vehicle will be clean inside and out. If it's not, it'll show. It's not important to you. It won't be important to your team. It won't be important at all. And you'll lose a lot over that, by the way, because we wash our trucks here at McAfee anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. I have a whole setup here, how to wash a truck, structure, routine, how to wash a truck from A to B, A to Z, and we can wash them. We have it set up. We can wash them in the wintertime. I mean, clean trucks inside and out are extremely important to me, and they have been from day one. When we were first married and we had a little Dodge Shadow, we'd go on a trip. I'd get up extra early and go out there and wash that vehicle inside and out and get it ready for the trip. That morning, it's just important to me. I saw how important it was to keep vehicles clean in a company because image is everything. So, protect priorities. What matters most? Faith? Does faith matter to you? If it does, it'll show in your company. Does family matter to you? If it does, it'll show in your company because your family will be important and your team's family will be important. I say at McAfee all the time, if you get us your kid's schedule, we'll do everything in our power to get you off. But don't bring me the schedule a day before the game or the day of a game. That's going to be extremely hard. The schedule's already made. I give you ample opportunity. Get us the schedule. We'll work around it because kids and families important to me. My health lately, I've lost 100 pounds. My health is important to me. And it shows now because it didn't for a while. I was embarrassed to wear a Marine Corps emblem because, I was a Marine, but I didn't look like one. Actually, I didn't act like one because I didn't look like one. Once I started looking like one, I wear all kinds of different Marine Corps shirts and hoodies and everything else. Think about it. And what matters to you? Does your business matter to you? Is your business profitable? Are you proud of your business? What does your location look like? What does your facility look like? Is it clean? Is it landscaped? Is it nice? Is it lawn kept? All those types of things. When you walk through the door, what does it look like? Is it dark, dungy? Is there old gas valves laying on desks? I mean, I've seen all that. That is a complete turnoff to me. I can walk in a company, I can tell you how efficient they are and how profitable they are by how their company looks. Most of the time. Now, I have been in one extremely large company that was a complete disaster looking facility, and it was extremely profitable. But those are extremely, extremely rare. Okay? All right. And then nothing important gets lost in the shuffle. If it's important to you, you'll make it happen. By the way, it is your company, and whatever is important to you should happen in your company. I set the stage. I'm the leader. This is how I want things done, and this is how things get done. We let people know when we hire them, this is how we do things. If you don't want to work here, that's okay. But the bar's high. We're not Chuck in a truck. We're not a Chuck in a truck. We're a company. We're a professionally managed company, and we look like one too. So should you. All right, number 5, they get more done in less time. Boy, that's the key, because efficiency becomes a weapon. While others stay busy, remember, bees die young because they're so busy. Ants live longer because they're hardworking yet smart working. They do things together. While others stay busy, these kind of companies who get more done in less time tend to stay productive. There's a difference. Busy, productive. And results will follow, folks. Results will follow. When you're not just busy as a bee and you're staying productive and you're staying in a routine and you're making things happen, results will follow, revenues will soar, profits will soar, team members will be happier, etc. And I always tie suppliers in there because my suppliers are extremely important to us. My suppliers provide me with stuff that we have to have. And sometimes we have to have it yesterday. And when you take care of your suppliers, they'll make sure you have it yesterday. Okay? So number 6, we think clearer and lead better. Okay? Cluttered days lead to cluttered minds. Like I said, if I walk into a company, a business, a building, a facility, and it's cluttered, and the back of a truck's all cluttered, and there's no organization, cluttered days lead to cluttered minds of the leader. It starts at the top and trickles down. Whatever's important to you will be important to your team. If it's not, you got the wrong team. Routine brings mental clarity. Oh, that's so good. Routine brings mental clarity. When you're clear and you're sharper in decision making, you're sharper in your leadership skills, you're sharper in making strategic planning, you're sharper in setting goals and the vision and all those types of things. You're just sharper. You think clearer, you lead better. And lastly, number 7, we grow faster because we've built space for it. We grow faster because we've built or allowed space for it. In other words, we carve out time to learn. When I have my routine, when I get in here 5:30, one day last week I got in here at 4:45, I just take when I wake up and I'm kind of tossing and turning. Of course, I'm 61, so I have to go to the bathroom as soon as I wake up because I already went maybe twice in the middle of the night. TMI. But when I wake up 3:30 and I'm tossing and turning and I'm not, I've got my sleep out already and I just get up. There's no sense in me personally going back to sleep into a deeper sleep and then having to wake up a half hour later. That doesn't help me at all. I feel more tired. So I just get up. When I come in here, I've got a routine. I do the word of the day every day on Facebook. It's a video. I do the word of a day Bible verse, same word, but in a biblical way. And then I do a motivational, highly driven quote that goes with the word of the day. And today it just happens to be Holy Saturday, the day before Easter. I did a word of the day on waiting. Because on Holy Saturday, they had to wait. Jesus was in the tomb. They thought it was doom and gloom over. It was a waiting period. And tomorrow, he's resurrected from the dead. It's good news, okay? Sometimes, we have to wait. We just have to wait. We can't get in a hurry. And so that was the word of the day today, wait. And it's got a lot of likes, so it seemed to be pretty good. So I do that, and I have for the first 2 hours, and I do my devotionals. It takes about 20 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes to do my devotionals, because I do a World War II devotional that was handed out to all the guys going in combat in World War II. It's a cool devotional. I do a men's devotional. I do a success manual devotional, and then I read a book of Proverbs every single day, because I think there's 30 or 31 Proverbs, and it'll take you through the month, and then you just start over again every month. And I want more wisdom in my life, so I've been reading Proverbs for at least 2 years now, almost every single day. And even when I travel, I try to get it in. So it's just good stuff. So I carve out time to learn. It's not just do, it's absorb. It's not just, I'm not working on, I am working on. I'm not working in my business. There's not a whole lot of stuff, me as the owner today, I'm not doing a whole lot for McAfee. I'm here when they need me. I have my list of jobs that I do at McAfee, my list of, I say talents, because that's what I do. I set the vision. I manage and work with my leadership team. I dabble in advertising and marketing, and I meet with my sales team almost every day. So I carve out time to learn and teach. I strategize. I sit and think for a while. In today's world, probably for the last 4 months, I also fit in time to watch really good cryptocurrency YouTube videos that are produced every day. And I watch 2 or 3 of those a day. One's 15 minutes long, one's 17 minutes long, and one's an hour and a half. And I just watch that hour and a half one later in the day, and I just let it play, and then I'll rewind, and I'll play, and then I'll go back and all that stuff. So, because I'm really into crypto. And personally, I think crypto is going to be huge here soon, and I'm counting on it. But anyway, I learn. I'm a sponge. I'm learning, strategizing. And I write things down. I write my goals down. I tweak my goals. I cross my goals off. I do all that stuff throughout the day. See, I'm doing these things, and then I'm reflecting on things. How could I have done that better? What worked? How can I teach it now? I'm reflecting. While others are running around busy as a bee, or they're on autopilot, and they come in at different times every day. There's no set time. I just come in when I get up, and I said something today that was really good. I posted it on my Iron Sharpens Iron Facebook page. If you're not on there, it's mostly just for business people. Iron Sharpens Iron. And I posted something today that most people in the home service industry, 50% are hanging on by a shoestring, but they're not doing anything to improve. They're not doing anything for help. And all they're concerned about is family business balance. But their family's going to pot and their business is going to pot. Isn't that amazing? And they're just not doing anything to help themselves. And there's no structure. There's no routine. There's no plan, there's no vision, and there's no goals. So how can you run a business that way? You can't. They're going to be part of the 95% that close their doors within the first 10 years, if not earlier. Some only make it 1. And I'm not laughing. It's sad. It's very sad, because they had a lot of potential. They just were not structured, organized, or disciplined enough to run a business. So, while others are running around busy as a bee, and they've got it on autopilot, and they just think it runs itself. I've been in business 2 years. It just runs itself today. Wrong answer. It's going to run itself right into the grounds where it's going to run to. So I want you to think about these things. Number 1 was they waste 0 time figuring out what they want to do next. Number 2, they build discipline that outlasts motivation. Number 3, they start their day with momentum, not chaos. Number 4, they protect their priorities. Number 5, they get more done in less time. Number 6, they think clearer and they lead better. And number 7, they grow faster because they've built space for it. Just good stuff. 7 things that'll take you to the next level, whatever that level is for you. And know this, every productive day starts with a plan. There is no productive day that I have ever had in my 35 years of business that didn't start with a plan. When I don't have a plan, it's not a productive day. If you're not organized, you're already behind. You've got to get organized. You've got to get structured. If you can't do it, ask for help. I've had assistants who kept me organized better than I've ever kept myself. A routine is not boring, folks. A routine is a blueprint for success. If your day has structure, your life will have results. And that's what I'm striving for. Okay, before we wrap up, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe below. You can also support this podcast by rating and reviewing on iTunes or your preferred listening platform. Keep listening. I'll do my best to keep challenging you. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Greg McAfee Show. No spaces, no underscores. Thanks for listening. As always, carry on. God bless. Make this day the best day of your life because we're not promised tomorrow. I'll see you later.